Welcome, another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. Want to give you my AL West predictions. Now again, give me a margin of +3 or -3 games in either which way direction. But first I have the Seattle Mariners winning. Give them to me for 87 wins. Last year they had a good season, probably the best since about 2009. They needed more offense even at that point. I think they were 25th in OPS and power from the right side. 28 home runs by right-handers. So what they did is they added the trio of Nelson Cruz, Justin Ruggiero, and Ricky Weeks. Now, arguably the best signing of those three is was Nelson Cruz. And keep in mind that you're signing up for his 2015 season, not his 2014 season in which he hit 40 home runs. At Safeco, Cruz is a .234 hitter. But you have one of the best, two of the best, if not. At second base, you have Robbie Cano. And you also have Felix Hernandez, just a dominant pitcher. That back end of the rotation, if you could have Paxton develop into something reliable, I think that they could end, I think they could end their playoff drought. I think it's 13 seasons right now. Next, I have the Oakland A's, and I think they're right behind them. I think they're at probably 84 wins. The team faded down the stretch. 10 wins in about 30 games last season, and they blew the wild card game. And what did that GM do? He does what he does best. He made some moves. Well, sometimes it works for him, sometimes it doesn't. But he got rid of Josh Donaldson. He got rid of Samardzija. Brandon Moss, and he brought in Zobrist, he brought in Brett Lowry, he brought in Ike Davis, he brought in Tyler Clippard, and he brought in Billy Butler. They're without, I think, their top three home run hitters from 2014. Back then it was a combined 71 home runs. How much home runs are you going to get from the trio of Zobrist, Butler, and Davis? And could Ike Davis even stay up in the majors at this point? You have Jared Parker, strong stud, but he's a year out from Tommy John surgery, still recovering. And you have Sonny Gray there and Scott Kazmir. They pitched 409 innings combined. Now, the Oakland A's have a lot of new faces. You gotta wonder if, with the moves that they made, I think, Zobrist and Lowry, they will help them remain relevant in 2015. But is this a sinking ship? Next, I have the Angels. I have him at 83 wins. Trout, you have the best player in the game, arguably. He won his first MVP in 2014. It's going to continue just to keep on getting better, if that's even possible. But then you have something else to worry in Garrett Richards. Hurt his knee in August. And Matt Shoemaker, that's right. Will they regress? They have an aging lineup as well. Albert Pujols and Josh Hamilton, who's still out right now. Won't be suspended, but he's still out right now. The Angels also have a weak farm system, I think. There's really no one that you hear coming up in the ranks. Are they trying to just simply fill enough holes from keeping that boat from sinking? They also got rid of Harry Kendrick. And they did not sign one free agent at all last year, so it's interesting to see what will happen. Astros next up. Give him to me for 75 wins. Just tanking work, maybe. They had a 70-win season last year. 19-game jump from the previous year. I don't know. I'm picking that they go up a few games. But maybe, just maybe, Houston could flirt with a 500 record. They have Colin McHugh. They have that kid Dallas, both 27. They were surprised last year, 1-2. They pitched, I believe it was around close to 360 innings. You have George Springer out there in right field. Serious power. You have newcomer Jed Lowry. Leadership, Luis Valbuena, good third baseman, and Evan Gattis, just a power hitter, a monster. I think they'll fill some holes on offense. And how can you forget about Jose Altuve? Led the AL in average hits and steals. And you have a lot of people waiting to come up. Apple, Carlos Correa, might be interesting to see. Maybe they flirt with over 500. Last, I have the Texas Rangers coming in. Give them to me for 73 wins. Last year was just injury after injury. A lot of players on that DL, more than any in the major. But you have a healthy Prince Fielder, hopefully. Sin-Chu Chu, who hopefully he signed out $130 million contract. Hopefully he could rebound. You've got to figure that he will. You have Gallardo that you added there. He joins Derek Holland as Hugh Darvish is out for Tommy John surgery right now. So, I think being that so many players were injured last year, I still think that they could come back. But on the other side, Fielder is 31. Chu has had injury issues in the past. And their pitchers are just surgery after surgery, injuries after injuries. They still have, I think, a great deal of talent at the end of the day. And with a bit of luck, they could probably put up something a little bit more impressive than they had last year. Definitely not the 2009 to 2011 squads. But, this organization hasn't got rid of the farm system yet. So, rebuilding might be painful, but they still have a good farm system. So, just some of my thoughts on the AL West. Interested to know your thoughts, and until next time, adios, over and out.